Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to kickstart the day with a bit of a tempo run. What is a tempo run, you ask? Well, I am glad you asked it. So a tempo run or a threshold run is basically a run where you are giving a pretty hard effort, around about 85 to 90% of your heart rate, of your maximum heart rate if you are wearing a heart rate monitor. But essentially an easy way to sort of pace this would be know your 5k pace and then go a little bit slower than that. It's not an all-out run, but it is a pretty hard run. So this isn't every single session you should be doing this. This is just something that you should probably be doing once a week or at least once a fortnight, just to understand the pace. Super useful if you are trying to get better at running at a specific pace or just learning about running at different paces. And variety is the spice of life when it comes to training, when it comes to running, and a tempo run is a good way to get some speed in the legs. So that's what's on the agenda for this morning. Luckily for me, it is an extremely sunny day. We're having a pretty good summer, I would say, in the UK. So the plan of action, finish this, let nature do its job, and then we're going to get out there and get running. More to come. Let's go. Does anyone else's missus have a ton of pillows and cushions that are completely irrelevant? It's 5 minutes of my day that I'll never get back. Tempo runs definitely should be included in some sort of running program, whether it's once a week or once a fortnight, depending on how regularly you run. And a very easy way to remember it is go off your 5k pace and go around about 20-30 seconds slower per mile. So if your best effort 5k pace is around about 7 minutes per mile, which gets you in at approximately 21 minutes, go about 30 seconds slower than that. So maybe we're aiming for a 5k around about 22:30 to 23 minutes, okay? That's pretty much what I'm going to go off today. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, so we'll see how we get back into it. But that's how the run's going to work. Bulk of a warm-up done at first, a couple of speed drills just to get used to running fast. I like to throw them into a warm-up, and then we'll get the bulk of it done. I'll run through the analytics after. If you do have one of these, which is a heart rate monitor, I definitely do recommend using one. Obviously, if you've got one, you use one, but if you don't have one, I would definitely recommend it as well, because it's just a lot more accurate than anything that's on your wrist, or if you don't have one, then obviously it is. I live very close to the London Stadium, which is nice. All right, cool. So we're now going to start the run. So as I said, about 10 to 15 minute warm up. Now it's going to be a 25-minute tempo run. Aiming for around about 430 k's, dependent terrain, etc. So that'll be the average. That's pretty much what we're going to do. Not a bad way to kick off the old day. Let's get running. Done. Got Fred again blowing in my ears. So it's out. Okay, cool. So that was tempo run. About 25 minutes, I think just over, because I got the timings a bit wrong on the splits, but just over. And we're looking at about just under 430 k's, which I think is just under 710, miles per minute. So, or minutes per mile rather. So that's that. Run complete. Let's have a look. that felt actually very good. So just under 10k in total, just under an hour session, but the actual tempo run felt really good. Quite pleased with that. Getting the analytics when we get back, but something I've learned since leaving the army is how important it is to get out early in the morning. Part of my role is working remote, and it's just not a good way to start the day, waking up, logging straight on and not getting outside. There's something about a morning session, a morning commute, just gets you going. So if you're a remote worker, that's my top tip. Nice. Definitely need to do a bit of a stretch off after that, but all in all, not bad. Let me run you through some of these stats for the morning tempo run. So we got some good old splits. So obviously the warm up, and then in terms of splits, it was actually a little bit quicker. I felt pretty good there. It was a little bit quicker than what I intended. If I'm completely honest, it's been a while since I've done a tempo run. A lot of my training, the running's been incorporated into CrossFit, which has never been just running. It's like running, it could be a conditioning workout where it's running and rowing, or running on the ski erg, or running and lifting, right? But definitely feeling the benefits from getting some speed sessions in as well. So in total, it was about 25 minutes, 36 seconds. So slightly over the 25, but thereabouts. And the first split was a 4:30k. So that was 7 minutes 15. And the second one, 7:11, 7 minutes 11, which was 4:28k. And 7:10 for the third mile, if you like. The third split, which is 4:27. And then for the final one, that was a 4:41k. So all in all, feeling pretty good. I think it's so important to just get out in the mornings. I'm working from home today, and it's so easy to just wake up, come downstairs, have a coffee, you know, a chill start to the day, but then just log straight on. There's obviously the physiological effects of getting sunlight in the morning, getting moving, getting out and getting fresh air. Your body clock just automatically wakes up. That's what we're receptive to as human beings, right? But I also think there's something mentally sound about a commute, whether that is commuting to a place of work, or whether that is just going for a walk and treating that as your commute before you start work at home. I think it's so important. Get some steps in before the day, get your body moving, get your brain active, and it doesn't have to be stressful. Now it's time to shower, have breakfast, and go from there. I'm actually going to put that in the fridge for a few minutes, shower, and then eat it. So I'll see you in a bit. Honestly, breakfast of champions. These are really meant to be overnight oats, but oats, a dash of milk, protein powder, natural yogurt, blueberries sprinkled with honey. Breakfast of champions. I should probably clarify a little bit about a tempo run. You shouldn't be absolutely fucked at the end of it, right? You should definitely feel a bit short of breath, but you should be able to have a conversation loosely at the end of it. It's not a best effort. A best effort is obviously where you leave everything out in the tank, and at the point that you finish, you might pass out, right? Or be sick. And I've seen that loads, and I've been there, done it myself, but it's to get used to the pace. Okay, and that is it for this week's video. If you liked it, do click like, do click subscribe. It really helps me out. Also click the bell so you can be notified next time I upload a video. We're back into the swing of things. We're back doing weekly videos. It feels really good, actually. I'm enjoying it, and they are going to be really specific around running, around strength, around fitness, and hopefully you can not only see me improve but actually get some tips along the way. Do head over to my Instagram. There's daily content on there, a lot of tips, a lot of advice. I will reply to DMs as well, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. In a bit.